everyone, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel Ray, and today I have a Wipnchat for you. So get whatever it is you're working on today. For me, that is diamond painting. I am going to be diamond painting on Where the Fun Never Ends by Diamond Art Club. This is an Adventure Time canvas. I'm super excited. I'm doing this diamond painting along with my friend Mrs. Crochet and Coffee. Definitely go check out her channel. I'll have her link down below. And for the summer, we decided that we wanted to do something epic and colorful and rainbow and in honor of Pride Month and just in general. It doesn't have to be just 1 month. It can be the entire year. We want to, work on this painting together and show our support for the LGBTQIA2S+ community. But before I get into the diamond painting part of this, I actually want to open something, which is something that I normally don't do, but I figured that it would actually go really well with this canvas. So here, I'm just going to hide the details. Here I have a tray from Shiny Shazza, or Sharon, over on Shiny Shazza on Instagram and Etsy. She has an Etsy shop where she makes resin trays, and let's see if I can get this open like so. All right, let's get this out. I really want you to see what this is, and I was gonna open this in a different video, but actually I think that it would fit really well with this canvas. So ta-da! We've got that, and I also bought this as well. So this is a needle minder, or a cover minder, or a needle minder. You can use it for cross stitch. Oh, look, isn't it pretty? So this is just a, oops, sorry, that's the light. This is a beautiful cover minder. I love it. Pink, blue, and orange. So I'll be using that today. And then there's the drill tray. And I really like her drill trays. She's based in the UK. Look at it. Isn't it pretty? Oh, I had to buy it. As soon as I saw it, I was like, yep, that's mine. So I also have been using the one that she had in her shop, which is the alien one. That's for Theory Tuesdays. And I got this one and I thought, you know what? Yeah, I love this tray. So we're going to use this tray today. And I'm going to get started in just one moment. All right. I'm super excited to get into this today. Just so that you know, this diamond painting is very long. I believe it's like 140 centimeters long or something like that. So what I do is I just unroll it and let it fall in my lap. That is the easiest way to get it to be, you know, out of the way, so to speak. And I have been working in a kind of a random fashion where I'm following the swirls and things. I'm going to continue working on this section and then I'll move over to the green, I think. So first thing I'm going to do though is I'm going to get the black drills first and finish the outlining part, because I like to do that first. It kind of gives me a little bit of an outline for the rest of the colors, and I just find it really fun to fill in. So I'm going to do that. All the details of all the stuff that I'm using will be listed down in the description box if you're interested in finding out where I purchase things, because I say it every time and I'm always like, I don't know, should I keep saying everything that I ever show? Does it get old? Do you like it? I don't know. But anyway, how are you doing? How are you keeping? Is everything going okay? I would love to hear more about your life and what's going on, because yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm living one big Groundhog Day at the moment. It's weird. It's really strange. Like every day is almost the same. And I'm definitely not complaining about it because it could be a lot worse, and it has been a lot worse in the past, but it's I just feel like I'm stuck in a rut or something. Just every day is the same old thing. But that being said, I just wanted to put out there that it's been weighing on my heart a lot. I feel so bad for the people in India right now who are ill, those who have passed because of the coronavirus and the new variants that are coming out and attacking. It's really sad because their numbers have shot way up, and it's just, I know that I believe it was a few days ago that they did a massive vaccination, oh my gosh, it was like 8 million people in one day that got vaccinated, which is fantastic, except they can't keep those numbers up. I think the average is like half of that, which is still quite a lot of people, but they have, if you can correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's about 900 and somewhere between 900 and 960 million people. That's almost a billion people. And yeah, it's just scary, you know, when there's that many people who are getting ill and a lot of people who are passing away because of this. And I know that a lot of people are in a position where they might have gotten their vaccine and they feel safer now. I know that, you know, that's the way that it is for a lot of people, especially in the United States, it feels like. But we still should stay vigilant and remember that just because it's not a problem where we live, maybe necessarily, doesn't mean that it's over everywhere. And I hope that we can do something to help them. And also Palestine, I stand with Palestine. And yeah, just in case anybody was wondering where I stand on that, I don't think it's right. And I have a lot of views on it, but you know, that might be for another date, a later date, because I didn't really want to get heavy, but you know me, I tend to get, you know, really, I don't know, philosophical really quick. So welcome back if you're a returning subscriber. I hope that you had a wonderful weekend. My weekend wasn't too bad. I think, what did we do? If I rewind my clock a little bit and I try to remember, we were in for the weekend. I was really on edge on, was it Saturday and Sunday, because my paint by number kit came in and like there's the whole contest going on. So if you haven't checked it out, Moon Shop is having an Instagram contest. Go check out my Instagram page. You can enter in to win a free Moon Shop paint by number kit. Or no, sorry, excuse me. I misspoke. No, it's not a free kit. It's a splurge card. So there are 3 cards that are going to be given away. 3 lucky winners will each win a splurge card of different amounts. And there's more details on Instagram if you want to check that out. But yeah, so I had to put up that video on Sunday, so which is different than my normal schedule. So apologies if that was confusing. I don't think anyone complained though, which is good. That would be a bad thing if somebody complained about me putting up a video. But yeah, so that happened, and Sunday as well. It was a pretty nice day outside. We did the usual family brunch, and it was Father's Day, so we went over to the Graves, and, you know, gave our best to Ted, James's father, and it's very sobering when you've lost a parent. I don't know how many of you have lost a parent, but it does make the holidays a lot harder, you know, especially if you're close to your family. But we did that. I called my own dad, and I had a phone call with my mother's father, my other grandfather, and my great uncle and my cousin. That was really fun. And we were just joking and laughing, and that really lightened the mood for me, which is nice. And yeah, that was pretty much the weekend. Then Monday, what did we do Monday? Monday was busy day. Did a lot of filming and stuff, and oh, what else did I do Monday? Oh, Monday was the day that I started this canvas, right? So today is Wednesday when I'm filming this, which is unusual for me. Usually I film the day before, but again, I guess it's been a busy brain week. My brain is just bleh right now, and that's okay. I was sitting here and or in the living room, and I was watching Adventure Time. Have you ever watched Adventure Time? Because I haven't. This is the first time I've ever watched it. And I have to say that, okay, the show is very childish. It's meant for children, probably older children, but it is meant for children. So the humor is for children, you know? But actually, I'm really liking it. I am enjoying it because it's so innocent, you know? And a lot of TV right now in my life isn't that innocent. And maybe I just needed a little, you know, light-hearted humor. It's okay to not have to be so serious all the time, I find. And so this show is actually really, really nice for lightening the mood a bit. But that being said, there's a lot of work to do. You know, there's always going to be a lot of work to do. We are responsible for our planet. We're responsible for our societies. We need to, you know, not put our head in the sand all the time. But I know that for those of us who struggle with anxiety and our mental health, that sometimes it could just get to the point where it's overwhelming, and that's not healthy. That's not good for you either. So it's all about balance, right? But as I'm learning, sometimes just taking it one day at a time and finding the good in things, finding humor in things is very important. So with that being said, I'm enjoying the show. I'm on episode 7 now. And the plan is actually, once I finish speaking to you all here, I'm going to bring this out to the living room again for the week and continue working on it out there and watch a few episodes every day and work on this while I do that. So I'll keep you posted on oh my gosh, my progress. I can speak on my progress on this throughout the week and everything. So just keep your eyes peeled to my Instagram page where all of that will be. Sorry, I had to adjust that. Sometimes the canvas starts to slide. So there's a few things that I wanted to tell you all about. One thing is that I'm doing charity auctions over on my Instagram account. If you haven't seen already, I'm raising some money for the Trevor Project, which is located in the US, and they are a resource that helps youth, LGBTQIA2S+ youth, and their mission is to help prevent suicide in young people who feel like they have no one to talk to and no resources, nowhere to go. That is what they're there for, and I fully support them. We definitely need more resources for young people because, well, if I put it frankly, when I was a young person, a teenager, I didn't have anyone to talk to other than my friends. And of course, my friends were just as confused about everything as I was. And so it wasn't very healthy. Out of my group of friends, only 2 of them went to therapy. And from what I remember, those therapy sessions were not very helpful. I grew up in rural Virginia, and it just was a different, I guess you could always say it was a different time back then, but like, you know, that's not me giving an excuse. It's just, that's how we were treated. And so I'm really, really glad to see that it's not shameful to get help now. People should deserve to get help if they feel like they need it, and they should not fight against that. They should be given the opportunity to get that help. So if they can't afford it, that is what the Trevor Project is for as well as that lifeline and the, suicide hotline to get people help. That's their mission. So in saying that, I have a few auctions up right now, and it looks like we're going to raise a good amount of money for the Trevor Project, which is super awesome. I'm really thankful to those of you who have already bid on the items. Essentially what it is, and there are rules on the Instagram feed, so you could check it out just in case you want more details, but essentially those items will remain on my Instagram page until Saturday at 11 a.m. my time. So early morning Saturday. So if you're really watching it, you might want to set an alarm. That will be Greenwich Mean Time, GMT, 11 a.m. I believe that is 6 a.m. Eastern Time that it'll close. I'm just going to stop all the commenting at that point and draw the winner. And contact them by private message, let them know they won. Then they're going to send the money directly through the Trevor Project website, and then send me a copy of their receipt, their donation receipt, and then I will get everything ready and ship it out. And I'm paying for the shipping. So if anybody was wondering, because I did have someone asked me who is, how much do you calculate the shipping for? Don't worry about it. That's me. I'm paying for the shipping. That's my contribution, so to speak. And I'm shipping not worldwide because there are some, crud. There are some countries that I can't ship to, that I know I can't ship to. So it's only US, Canada, EU, UK, and Australia and New Zealand. That's it. Just to make it a little bit more simple. And if your country does not fall into that, I'm really sorry, but I cannot look it up for everyone, unfortunately. But anyway, those auctions will be up until Saturday morning, my time, 11 a.m. And I hope that we raise a good bit of money. I am looking forward to doing auctions next week as well. Even though I know that the end date will then be in July, that doesn't matter because Pride is all year long. 365.7? Is that? No. 365, 24/7? I don't know. Anyway, however you want to say it, it's all the time. And yeah, that's why I'm here. So I'm going to do another round of auctions next week as well. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to put up, but I hope that I can make them even more special if possible. So yeah, just keep your eyes out on my Instagram. If you're not an Instagram person, I'm sorry, but this is the best way I've found to do the auctions for charity so far. Maybe one day I'll do a Facebook live stream or something like that, but I feel like that'll take a lot of my spoons. And these days, I honestly don't have very many at all. If you don't know what that means, it basically means, you have a certain amount of energy each day, mental, energy. And the total amount of energy that a person has in a day, we call them spoons. So if you are feeling like I have been lately, in a funk, or, having a bit of a depressed week, oh gosh, I have the dropsies today. That's all right. It dropped on another canvas, so it's okay. But if you only have so much energy, then you have to choose what you do wisely, because otherwise it'll drain you. And yeah, I'm trying to get the balance right now. Ever since I came home, well, since before I left even, really, things have been a little bit more difficult than they were even in the middle of the pandemic last year. And so I'm just trying to be good to myself and know my limit. I don't know if any of you have experienced that through this time. I have to keep telling myself not to feel guilty about needing space right now, because I think that everybody kind of needs it, to be honest. But yeah, it's a thing, and I'm okay. I just think that really what's happening to me right now is a combination of grief from losing my grandpa and my granduncle, and then just coming back from the US, which was pretty open in comparison to Ireland, which I think that people are really just tired of being cooped up. A lot of us have made jokes that we just don't know how to act now because we've been away from people for so long, But really, we're all navigating this crazy time, and we'll get there. So yeah, okay, let me tell you the story. Monday, I was in the living room watching Adventure Time, and 6 episodes in a row is no joke. I think they're 20 minutes each, maybe. So I could do more than that in a day, but it was getting late. I think it was around 6:30 or 7 in the evening, and then all of a sudden I saw this kind of flapping in the wind. It was in the, behind the curtain, and the window was open. So I just figured, oh, it's the breeze, and there's like a tag in the curtain, like a laundry tag or whatever. And thought nothing of it, but it kept doing that for the remainder of the episode, and it was really random. And I thought, I don't know if that is actually a tag. I don't remember seeing a tag when I washed these a few weeks ago. So, me being me, I turn off I didn't turn it off. I still had the show on, but I pull back the curtain, y'all. There was a bat behind the curtain. I didn't get a picture of it behind the curtain, but it was hanging on to the curtain, like bats do. They hold on to things with their feet, and yeah, it was just like, it took a lot of self-control for me to not freak. my version of freaking out at that moment was, where's James? James is outside. Oh my God. Let me get James. I got to tell James. But nowhere in my mind was it, James needs to take care of this for me. It was just, I need to tell him, because we had bats, or one bat, come into the house before. And it took us so long to get that bat out of our house. So I knew that this could be a struggle. This could take some time. And I just wanted to prepare him, right? So I go outside and I'm like, babe, there's a bat in the curtain. And he's like, what? And I was like, there's a little bitty bat in our curtains, and I just wanted to tell you. And I go back inside and I'm like, okay, we gotta find a container. And the only container that was on the counter at that moment was our salad spinner. You know, like you wash your lettuce leaves and then you put it in the spinner and you turn the little wheel and it spins all the water off of it. I use it all the time. So I grabbed the salad spinner and I'm like, okay, how am I going to do this? And I pull the recliner really slowly away from the curtain and the window, and I like maneuver myself around. I'm like, okay, I can't, like, I was trying to do it so that I didn't have to look at the bat because it makes the hairs on the back of my neck stand up. But I couldn't. I had to like get behind the curtain, and it took this long for James to get into the house. I was behind the curtain, and I had like the bowl in one hand and the lid in the other, and I did one of those things where I made sure that I didn't catch, you know, the bat on the edges or anything, but I just whoop around the bat and then like slid it down the curtain to try to, you know, scoop it up in a kind of a way. Eventually I had to like tip. Okay, imagine the bats on the inside, you know, gravity and all that. And then I had to tilt it like that so that it could fall into the bowl. And then really quickly taking the lid, moving it behind the curtain, and then, you know, getting the lid on so the bat wouldn't fly out. Poor little bat. It was so traumatized. I'd say, I don't know how long it was in there. It must have been in there for a while. It could have even been there overnight. I don't know, because that window was open all night long. So James came in as soon as I had captured said bat, and he was like, oh, you got it. And I was like, well, yeah, I wasn't going to leave it there any longer than it needed to be. Also, I'm not afraid of bats. I'm afraid of spiders. Not afraid of bats. So I got the bat outside. Basically, it's just a flying mouse, okay? Like a baby mouse. It's not going to hurt you. Got the bat outside, and then couldn't get the bat to get into the trees because, and I'm sorry, I'm going to be off screen for a second. I got to clean up the mess that I just made by spilling all the white drills over here. So I put the bat, I scooped the bat up in my hands, and we took a picture. I'll put a picture in right here. Okay, so here's the picture. I scooped up the bat, took a little photo shoot. Promise it only took like 5 seconds. I did not want to ruin the bat's day or traumatize it any further. I just wanted proof for our friends, and also for the local, like, how do I put this? My husband is what they call a biodiversity officer. So he advises and counsels people on, you know, nature and stuff. And because we have bats here on the side of the town, it could be that we could get bat boxes or something like that, you know, and that would be awesome because they've lost a lot of habitat. Bats have, especially in Ireland. So anyway, that was his thinking. Mine was just like, I want to show my YouTube friends. These are going everywhere, and it's my fault. They're all staticky now because I dropped a whole pile of them on my table. It's okay. Okay, so yeah, I released the bat, and then the bat takes off, and we're like, woohoo, fly little batty, fly, and it falls right against the house and ends up in front of the house. I was like, okay, I can't leave it here. Like don't bats need to like go from a height or something? I don't think they actually do, but that was the first thing that popped into my head, and I was just like, okay, I want to take care of this. So I'm going to choose another symbol and take a sip of water. So I scoop it up and I brought it to the backyard and I put it in a tree in the backyard, and it screeched at me, which scared me. I'm going to be honest, like, you know, the little screeches, they're scary, but they don't hurt you, you know? So anyway, he let me know that he was upset at me, even though I was trying to help him. That's okay. He didn't know that. And he flies off again, and he lands on a piece of concrete. And I'm like, oh my gosh, okay, well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to sit here beside him, wait for him to catch his breath, because I don't want like a cat to come up and, you know, take him as a snack. So I waited there and I took a little video for my patrons. Thank you, by the way, for all the new people who joined my Patreon. I really appreciate it. Vlogs are on Sundays. I have weekly vlogs on Sundays. And anyhow, so I sit with him, and then eventually he flies off, which was so exciting. And it really made me happy. I was like, yes, he finally did it. He just needed to get his strength back. Or she, or, you know, whatever. I don't know how to sex a bat, so. And I don't need to know. I can see a few of you going to like Google it right now. I can Google it if I want to, but I'm not going to. Just think of what they'll think of me. So yes, that was exciting. That was Monday. I worked a lot on my Twisted Rainbow Sampler by Northern Expressions Needlework, and last night I finished band number 4, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, the second specialty band. I finished that last night. So it's all done, and I'm super stoked because it looks incredible. It's not as hard as it looks. You just got to take it slow, you know? And if the specialty stitches look too difficult for you, then you could always do the cross stitch only version, because that's beautiful too. Let's not knock, you know, just the full regular cross stitch peeps either. It does look awesome either way. So I did finish that last night, and I honestly, I think I'm ready for a new project, like a different project. I've been working on that one only. That's the only one I've worked on since Saturday. And so I think I'm ready to switch it up. And I'm not 100% sure what I want to work on. I might do my Dark Queen of the Sea and get that kind of up and going again. But I have a lot of projects coming up now for the July retreat that I'm going to be doing for the Black Needle Society. I'm going to participate in the Frog War. It's year 2, and I am really excited to get a lot of stitching done during that. Got all my projects ready, and yeah, if you haven't seen those videos, please check them out. I don't know if they'll be in the eye above, but it was last week's video where I talked about my kitted up projects, and probably also in my floss tube, or did I? No, I kept my floss tube really short. Anyhow, I would like to have a longer floss tube this week, so I need to get stitching. But I've been obsessed with diamond painting, so you know I got a good fair bit of Galaxy done when we recorded for Theory Tuesday. Which, thank you all so much for your amazing responses and support of that segment. James is absolutely loving it. It's a really fun thing to do with him, getting him involved. And he loves to talk, so it's easy to get conversation flowing when he's with me. So thank you for that. It's helping my mental load as well when we can share responsibility for entertaining. But other than that, let's see what else. My friend quit her job yesterday. So last night at 8:30, we got a phone call, and she was like, "I need you to come out and hang out with me at the pub." And we were like, okay. And it actually turned out to be really good fun, but you know, it was light. It wasn't a weekend kind of thing, if you know what I mean. We just went out for a few drinks and let her kind of blow off steam a little bit because it was a really stressful day. She's, you know, a very hard worker, and she realized that she was being taken advantage of, which is never good, especially when you're in a management position. So she was like, you know what? I've put my blood, sweat, and tears in this for years, and I don't want to be treated like this anymore. So good for her, and good for anybody who stands up for themselves like that, because you don't deserve to be treated that way, you know? Especially when it's going on for years and years, you know? So anyway, I'm really happy for her, and I'm looking forward to seeing what she does next, because she's super talented and really organized. And I wish that I had that in my life. This plastic is driving me insane. I don't know if it's bothering you, but it's definitely bothering me. I don't want to replace the cover with parchment, but I may have to. I find that parchment squares on diamond paintings can take away the stickiness, and so I try not to. I have quite a few that are in my closet now, and I keep checking on them because I'm worried that that stickiness is gonna go away. And truthfully, on some of them, it's not as good as it used to be. So I don't really recommend it, unless if you're working on it and that's the only project you're working on and you're flying through it, you're going through it at a regular pace, and you're going to have it done, you know, in a month or something, sure. But if you're like me and you put a piece away for a few months before you come back to it, or in some cases a year, then it's not the best way, in my opinion, to store your diamond paintings with that parchment paper on it. And never, ever, ever, under any circumstances, use wax paper. Always do like a little test area to make sure that it's not going to destroy anything, because the last thing that you want is to destroy your piece of art. Okay, and that's That is, well, there's all these R's here. The problem is, see, I'm trying to do like, but that's really hard to do for the background. And my husband's walking around with his podcasts on full blast, so I apologize if you can hear that in the background. I don't know what he's listening to. Podcast suggestions are always welcome, by the way. I typically listen to just one if I'm listening to a podcast, and that's No Such Thing as a Fish, which is a podcast by the people who work for the TV show QI. I don't know if you know that show. They're like a fun factoid kind of show. And I really like that show. It's really cool. But the podcast is neat because you really do learn something when you're listening to it. So it takes your mind off of whatever it is that you're doing. So for me, that's either like driving or, well, you know what I mean, or cleaning or walking, because I do a lot of walking with my dog. And come on now. Thank you. I don't know why it is very hard to see the drills in this, though. I will say that. I don't know, because of all the purples. I'm having trouble seeing all the purples, but it is beautiful. Oh, I love the colors. And I love that it's so shiny and metallic. It's really pretty. So yeah. Where was I going? What was I going to say? I was going to say something. We're going to do A/B drills. I'm just going to use this to pop that open because my nails, I took off the fake nails, and I'm kind of letting my natural nails grow out a bit, you know, but they're not as strong as I'd like them to be. Probably because I've just been wearing loads of polish and fake nails for a while. So I think my nails are just tired and need to have a break. So that's what I'm doing, just using clear strengthener on them and not overdoing it with them. What's holding them together? That's weird. It was like a string. So, and also you're probably wondering, I mean, I've got this really nasty cut on my finger. We moved the hens a few days ago, or was it last week? We moved the hens, and when I went to move a pole, it like grazed my thumb and it took a whole layer of skin off, and it was really bad. So I'm letting it kind of air out a little bit before I put another bandage on it. So I apologize that you have to see that. Hopefully you're not looking. It doesn't hurt, so it's fine. Oh, and then the other big thing that happened on Monday, because I was kind of like, you know, having a crafty day, and I had spent all day Sunday cleaning. Monday, I had my crafty day because at 11 o'clock, I had a dentist appointment where I had a root canal done. Yeah, fun stuff. So, here's the story. Okay, I'm not gonna, I have a fear of dentists, right? I don't like going to the dentist. I have very bad teeth. You may have noticed. If you haven't, then please don't look too hard, because I promise you I have a lot of problems with my teeth and it's not pretty. But I'm trying to get it fixed. However, the last dentist that I went to, right, told me that there was nothing she could do with my teeth and that I would have to get a set of veneers for the top of all of my teeth. That don't bother coming back because there's nothing she could do. She would have to replace all of my top teeth. And it scared me, okay? I think that would scare anybody. So for about 3 years, I didn't go to the dentist. Because she quoted me something like 12 grand or something. And I was like, pfft. Like, you're kidding yourself if you think I have that much money to spend on my teeth, okay? Like, I don't. I would rather them just fall out, okay? So I went on and on and on, and then I got the worst toothache. And if you've only just subscribed, it was about, let me not lie, I think it was 2 weeks ago now that I had a severe toothache, like to the point where I was going out of my mind one night. They say going simple here. My friends were all out on a Sunday night, or no, Saturday night. It was a Saturday night, and I had a headache, and my jaw hurt, and I was like, what's going on? Like, this is weird. And then all of a sudden I got spiky, sharp pains in my upper, what would you call it? Upper jaw, right? So yeah, I excused myself from being out with them because I was like, this is actually too painful for me. I need to go home because I'm going to be miserable and bring everybody down. So I go home and I went to bed and I could not sleep. Y'all, I couldn't sleep at all. Hold on one second. Okay, sorry. So yeah, all night up, could not sleep, could not do anything. The mind went to very dark places, I'll tell you that, because me without sleep is just like, I don't know. It's a nightmare. And I'm sure that a lot of other people feel that way about it too, like if you are unable to rest and you're in significant pain that will not go away, you just, become someone that you're not normally. And that's what was happening to me. And James came home the next morning. He had stayed at his brother's house, and like, I was like, oh, I'm so glad that you're here. I'm going to leave now and go walk into the town and try to get some painkillers. Or was it a Sunday night? Anyway, it doesn't matter. So I got my painkillers, and after that, I felt better, but I was still nervous about calling the dentist. I was like, okay, if I get to the end of the day today and it's still hurting like crazy after the pain medicine wears off, then I'll call the dentist. So Tuesday I called the dentist because I had another very difficult night of sleep, and they didn't have anyone to see me until Wednesday at 7:00 at night. And I was just like, oh my gosh, okay. So I packed it in with all the painkillers, and that's when I took the week off of filming because I was just like, this is too much. I was worried what was going to come out of my mouth, to be honest. And such a foul mood. It's so unlike me, really. And anyway, oh, I just found these. Come on. That one goes there. And this one will go here. So, yeah. When I went to the dentist, they told me I had an infection at the root. It was quite an advanced infection, and that I would need to get it seen to right away and get a root canal. And I was like, okay, fine, whatever. I knew this tooth was very bad anyway, so I didn't disagree with her or anything. And she's a brand new dentist to the area, which is fantastic, because people used to say that like the dentist in the town was ruthless and barely used any numbing agent when they did work on your mouth. So I was already delighted. But anyway, yeah, so I go in on Monday for my appointment, and this is 2 weeks after, you know, almost very nearly 2 weeks after. And so she gets me in there and she's like, yeah, we've got a lot of work to do. You've got a cavity on this side as well that's really advanced, and we need to clean that out. We need to get it all filled in and sorted, but let's do the root canal today. And she started warning me that there's a possibility that one of the roots could be blocked. And so basically, you know, I don't know if you know what happens in a root canal, but basically, you know how each tooth has 2 roots. And in each root there is a nerve. And so they go in and they cut the nerve. And basically what it does is you'll have no more pain. It deadens the nerve. It kills the tooth essentially, but it deadens the nerve, and then you won't have that pain anymore. It cleans out the infection and all that stuff. So, and you have to be at a very advanced stage of decay anyway for that sort of thing to happen, which I very clearly am. So just, you know, take care of your teeth. Don't skimp on the teeth stuff, okay? If you're listening to this and you're young, please don't skimp on the teeth stuff, because I have, and it's not worth it. F. There you are. Okay. So, she gets one root done, and then she cannot, for the life of her, get to the other root. It's blocked. Of course it's blocked. So she was there in my mouth for like an hour, and I was getting, you know, more and more uncomfortable because my jaw seizes. So eventually she was like, yep, that's all we can do today. You're going to have to come back again and we'll have another go at it in 2 weeks time. So July the 5th, y'all. My grandma's birthday, I have to go in and get the second half of this done. And hopefully they can get in there, but I don't know what's going to happen if they can't. Don't tell me. Don't tell me, because I don't want to know. If you know and it's bad, just don't tell me. Please. I don't know if I could handle it. But anyway, it's getting taken care of. And that's the major thing. You know, that's a big deal for me, because what I wanted to do was just tell her to pull it, because, you know, I've had a tooth pulled before. I've had a crown put on. I've had so many cavities, it's unreal. So I've had all those fillings done, and I no longer have the capacity to, I don't think I have any enamel on my teeth anymore, so they yellow really fast, and it sucks. But you know, these are all things that you learn to live with or work around, I suppose. But that's a really long story that I don't know if I'm comfortable to tell online yet, and it has to do with a long time ago. So there's a reason why my teeth are this way, but it's just, and it's not my fault. Anyway, it's all getting done, and that's why I was so obsessed with the fact that, like, I just wanted rainbows and happy thoughts in my life right now, because I'm having all this work done to my teeth, and I'm worried and I get scared, and I know that the dentists are not gonna like hurt me or anything like that, but it's like I said, it's an irrational fear. I can't let go of it. I did breathing exercises while she was doing my root canal, because I could feel the grinding and everything, and it was terrible. You know, it's terrible when you're afraid of that stuff, and whatever. Anyway, long story long, I don't like dentists, or I like dentists as people. I don't like being in the dentist chair. That took a long time to tell that story. I apologize. But I'm sure that there's a lot of people who sympathize, and I feel bad for all the dentists out there because I know that you're just trying to make people's lives better, and I don't know where this fear came from, and I wish that it would just go away so I could continue living my life. So yes, and then yeah, yesterday I put up the auctions, and I don't know why, but I was, after I did the pictures and the captions and stuff, I was just so exhausted, you know? It took so much of my thinking power. And I do feel a lot like that lately, that I'm just, I don't want to say burnt out, because I don't think it's burnout. I think it's actually just depression. Okay. So what I think is happening, aside from the normal things like, you know, grief or whatever hitting you in unexpected ways, is that they changed the brand of my medication that I'm on. And I noticed this change when they gave me the different brand at the pharmacy. So I'll probably, when I go to see my doctor at the start of next month, I will let them know this change, because honestly, I did not feel like this before they changed the medication. It's really bizarre. I don't quite understand. I understand that medication can change the way that you feel, but because it's the same prescription but a different brand, like, can that affect it? Surely that can't affect it. But I don't know, because I'm not a doctor. So yeah, just noticing a little bit of changes there. Getting frustrated because I've been going and walking every day. Yeah, every single day. I've been doing like a 5K every day for, I don't know, weeks. And I'm not seeing any change. But, I mean, I'm not weighing myself or anything, but I'm eating better, and I'm drinking lots of water and everything, but I think it's weird stress that I can't quite place or understand, and I want it to be over, you know? Like, I just want to be over it. And it's like this weird thing that's just sitting on my chest. That's what it feels like. It feels like a heavy weight, an uncomfortable heavy weight that's sitting on my chest that won't budge. And I'm trying to get it to budge. And it's really just kind of annoying. So that's what I'm going through. What are you going through? Thank you for listening. I know that YouTube probably isn't the best place to like air all this stuff and talk about all these things, but somehow I feel like you get me. I think that I've surrounded with people who understand and who know that for me, diamond painting and cross stitching and knitting, those are all forms of therapy for me, you know. It's a way to kind of get your mind off of the difficult things, but also to create something beautiful while doing that. And then, you know, you have something amazing at the end to show for it. Unlike and no disrespect to anybody who bakes out there, but because I used to bake. Baking used to be my thing. And I'm just going to fill in these because I think those are going to get dirty otherwise. I didn't quite cut it very well right there. So let me just fix that real quick. Just a few, Rachel. Yeah, it was a lot easier to do this when there were only 2,000 of you. And now there's almost 40,000 of you. And sometimes maybe that's the reason that I'm feeling this way, but I really don't think so. I don't know. I don't know anything. I know nothing. But you know, it'll all be okay. We'll get through it. It's just 2021 is not as great as I was hoping. I'm definitely not saying expecting, because I wasn't expecting anything. I don't think I'll ever expect anything again from a year, if you know what I mean. Like 2020 really just made me feel like, wow, anything could happen. So yeah, yeah. What else did I want to tell you all about? There was something. Hang on, let me take another sip and I'll think about it for a sec. Oh yes, there are two other things that I have to share with you, and then I'll let you go for the day, because I don't know if you want to hear all this rambling nonsense stuff. But about the Fun Never Ends DP along, you can join with any diamond painting from any company that you want, as long as it's either rainbow colored or it's one of the trans pride flag colors. It doesn't have to be the flag itself. It just needs to be, you know, the colors represented. So the colors, obviously the colors of the rainbow. And, you know, it's not about, like, no one, okay. First of all, you can join us. There are very few rules in this. We just want you to participate along with us. And just have a good time, you know? Diamond paint with us. If you have questions, you know, oh, will this DP work? Will that DP work? Just include it. It's fine. Like I said, rainbow. Yeah. You have the rainbow represented right here. If you have most of a rainbow, that's fine. You know, if it's really colorful, that's good. If you have a, you know, specific tone, if you don't know what the pride flags are, just Google pride flags and it'll show you a list of them. Because a lot of diamond paintings do fall into those color categories, and you know, you'll learn something new at the same time. But there's no registration form. There's no official start or end date, except I think that we're going to wrap it up on our channels at on the last day of August this year. So that's when we're going to finish the hashtag stuff, but you can keep it going. Like, it's a perpetual thing. And you're all invited. You're definitely all invited. And I think it would be really fun, because if you're on Instagram or in our Facebook group, Crafters Anonymous with Mrs. Crochet and Coffee and RACHELRAE, you will be able to see the progress of other people and, you know, share your own diamond painting. And that's really what this is about. We just want to see what you're working on, you know? So don't overthink it too much. Don't worry about, you know, breaking a rule or something. You're not going to break a rule. You're fine. You're fine. Don't worry. For those of you who have started, thank you so much for joining us. It is great. I love popping over on Instagram and seeing all the posts on that hashtag. It is really cool. The variety of all of the different projects as well is really cool. Like we've got some people who are doing special shaped rhinestones, crystals, you know, squares, rounds, whatever, and everything. It's really cool. So thanks very much. You can start at any time up until August 31st. That's when we're going to finish everything. Stay tuned. I'd recommend that you subscribe to both my channel and her channel, which will be linked down below, because we are going to have random subscriber giveaways during this time for this particular diamond paint along. So stay tuned, because yeah, you're gonna wanna know when that happens. And the last thing that I wanted to tell you all about is that I am making room in my Etsy store, and by my Etsy store I mean my guest bedroom, because James and I will have new products available next week in the Etsy store. We are just getting the pictures taken and getting them ready to be put up online. I hope that you like them as much as we do. But essentially what we did is we took something that we love to do and we found a way to bring it to all of you. And I hope you will enjoy it. That's all I want to say for now, because I want to surprise you and make it really special. So be on the lookout for that. But I do have an Etsy store. It's RACHELRAEcraft.etsy.com, also linked down below. I sell cover minders and needle minders. I think these are some of the more popular ones, which are these beautiful glow-in-the-dark butterflies. I think this one's powered up really, really good. So let's see if I can get her to glow. Nope. Sorry, I can't get her to glow because the camera. But they do. They have all these little spots here that glow in the dark. And it's just really beautiful to have sitting on, you know, on your diamond painting like that. And just looking at you. So I have those and a lot of other things over there if you're interested. Still have some diamond painting pens for those of you who like the thin pens. And once those are gone, they're gone for good. I'm no longer stocking diamond painting pens in my store once they're gone. Too much hassle. Kudos to all of the pen makers and turners, but this girl is tired. I have been burnt by hot glue guns one too many times. So yeah, I think that's everything for today. So my plan for this painting, let me just back this up a little bit so that we can talk a little bit about where this is going to go. And I'll take that off too for the time being. So the plan, back that up. All right, you can see here, I'm going to do all of the background here, and then I'm going to try to finish all of the princess. You can see her here, yeah? So I want to do her after I finish this, and then we're going to continue down. So I'd like to do sections. If I can't do a full character, then I will do a section of a character. So it's probably going to be, realistically, I'm going to have to like just do her head and then do the rest of her hair and her arms, because it is difficult to work this way. But fear not, we will get there. You can see that there's a little bit of AB here. Actually, I don't think you can see that much at all, but there's more AB in this section as well, right there. But I love the way that this looks. I really do. And kudos to Sariba. Sariba has finished the entire top row already. and it's only Wednesday. Well, that was actually Tuesday. That was yesterday that she finished the whole top row. So kudos to Sariba. Yeah, just keep us updated on social media. So on Instagram, on Crafters Anonymous group. If you haven't joined the group, please make sure that you actually answer the questions and agree to the rules. There's a little checkbox. Otherwise, the system will boot you out. We do that to keep the bots out. So yeah, that is it for me today, y'all. I'm going to pack this up and bring it into the living room so that I can keep working on it while I watch Adventure Time and put a little bit more love into it. I hope you all have a wonderful day and a wonderful rest of your week. I hope you enjoy the videos that I have coming up for you tomorrow, which is going to be a whole hodgepodge mishmash video of all these things that were sent to me, and I'm excited to open them. So, and thank you so much to Shiny Shazza for even, more beautiful trays. I buy my trays, just FYI. I did buy the tray, but it is gorgeous, and I love them. So great alternative to all those amazing tray makers that are based in the US. If you're in Europe or the UK, Shiny Shazza is the place to go. Yeah. So that being said, I hope you have a wonderful day, wonderful week ahead, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, everyone. Bye.